Hello everyone. Have you ever had a strange phone call? I did a couple of years ago. A brother called me telling me that I needed to check myself into a mental hospital. Some of y'all know that I have problems with my speech. I'm going blind because of my diabetes. I barely can see out of my right eye. Does that make me a person that I need to be in a mental hospital? Somebody may leave a comment, say yes. You might be right. But here's the problem. The person who left me that message, there was friends of mine that I met in the Kingdom Hall, was taking me back and forth to the meetings on Thursday night, or could have been Wednesday, I don't remember. Because going to the Kingdom Hall, it was problems with my eyes. And I couldn't trust my eyes because the road was weird. And so they took me back and forth. And then when I finally did research on Jehovah Witnesses, I went to their house. I left some paperwork. Left it behind the screen door. And there was another one that I left a little bit later on. But before I left it there, I had a friend of mine on my job. I printed out one of the books, or it was one of the white magazines, about 1975. I asked him, would you read this and tell me, by reading it, what do you get out of this? He read it, he looked at me, and said, by reading this, it's saying that the world was going to end in 1975. He was correct. So, if an outside person can read into what the Watchtower was talking about in 1975, then what about all the brothers and sisters that was looking for at September the 5th, 1975, when the world was supposed to end? Then they waited a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and nothing happened. So I took this article. Yeah, it was a Wake magazine. I think it was around the 1968 issues at that time. I took them the front cover, the inside cover, talked about all the articles, and in the page, all they had to do just look at it and read it, and they would have seen. But instead, he called me up, told me not to leave out his door no more, which I already told him I wasn't going to leave no more stuff out his door. But that's not the point of this video. This is what I look at it. If Jehovah Witnesses is going to go on JWS.org and learning their truth, I would call them mental disease. Probably wonder, why would I, if that's their own website? Because they are foolishly believing the crap the Watchtower has put on that website. When I was accused of being mental disease, because I found the crap they published in the past, which at that time was the truth. So do I consider myself mental disease because I found a new light of the false doctrine? And when all the Jehovah Witnesses go, ooh, we got a website. Yeah, your website is killing you and your family. And you got friends out there that you have for many years. And if they blow the wind the wrong direction, the elders will tell you to shun them. And these people probably go back and beg to get reinstated. And the elders thinking when they think you are worthy, not when God said you're worthy, or Christ Jesus. Only they think when they think that you are worthy to their eyes. We all sinners, we make mistakes. But be punished for 6 months, a year, 2 years. Remember the incident about the lady that the Jews brought up to Jesus? And I think she was like a prostitute, sort of. And he looked at them. If any of y'all haven't committed sin, throw the first stone. Throw the first stone. None of them could. Jehovah's Witnesses, you're judging people. You don't have to sit at the same table with them. You don't have to be around there 24 hours a day. But encouraging your brother and sister to walk in a new path, holding hands of encouragement, holding hands of let them know that you're there for them. This is the power of love and friendship, which the Watchtower don't want you to do, because you might learn something. You might learn the truth about the organization. That's why people like me is called mental disease, because what we can show you will be disease to the Watchtower. Because each person that comes out of the Watchtower is one less person. It's not putting money into the Watchtower pockets. And that person is not bringing in more people to cover the ones that have left your organization. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, please hear this. If you're someone learning about Jehovah's Witness, please understand this. Any religion, even a cult, can show you on papers, pictures, or books, and they say they have the truth. Unless you went through all of the literature. All of the literatures from the beginning, you don't know they have the truth. And here's an example. When you're going through your alphabet, A to Z, do you start in the middle? Somewhere between N and O and end up with Z, and don't go to the beginning of A? How can you say you went through the alphabet, the whole entire alphabet, if you skip A to M? You haven't. So you're lying to yourself and to other people, saying you went through the alphabet, but you only went through N to Z. Well, that's the same thing with your religion. You can't tell someone you have the truth if you haven't went to the beginning when it was formed, go through all the literature, all the books. And if you did, you'd have found out, like I did and others, you've been lied to. So this is just a challenge. There are many websites you can go to. JWS, JW. There's a few others out there. And that's Jehovah Witnesses YouTubes. People, if you haven't went through your whole entire religion, you have no right in your heart to tell someone you have the truth when you haven't even went through your alphabet of your religion, skipping A to M, and not checking it thoroughly from A to M. So, am I mental disease for learning the real truth? Or are you mental disease because the watchtower made you that way to keep you from learning the real truth? Because think about it. A mental disease person is not waking up unless he wants to be waking up. And I have woke up. And many of us has woke up. Yes, I was mental disease in the watchtower. But I had one little thing. My gut and my feelings that things I was seeing in the kingdom halls was wrong. I was seeing people was being disfellowship for having sex with another members in the congregation. I seen several families broke apart because someone in the kingdom hall got in between the families and caused the members to separate with their husbands, and they end up marrying that person. Excuse me, if this was the real truth, none of this crap was outside world doing would not be in God's organization. It would not be in the kingdom halls. I've seen too many of this stuff. So that's the reason why I kept falling away, because every time I went back, I seen more stuff. If I'm going to live in the world, why would I want to be in the kingdom hall doing worldly things when it's supposed to be no part of the world? Now, you can't answer that